I'm just doing the announcements. Hey Snoopy, thank you. It's a good smile. I know the YouTube meta now. Before, I would just take a picture of the stream, but now? MS Paint? It works. It's actually quite a cute thumbnail. Not to call myself cute or anything. Baka. Hang on a moment. Alright, can you hear and see me okay? Does this all look normal to you? I don't know. How are you doing? Looks good. Nice. How is everyone today? Sorry, that was probably loud. Hello. Have you all been well? I've been meaning to do a programming stream the last few days, but I've been taking the day off. Today, although we are actually streaming today, I can't lift them all up, but I've just been doing the skin highlights on these guys. You can see, you can't really see them very well. Slowly working my way through it. Are you all in on black or red kind of guy? Yes. I'm actually yeah. That's why I've got a white hoodie on. I'm neither. I'm the third option. What's black and white and red all over? A third of this jumper. Can you finish the game today so I can play it? Sure thing. Yeah, how's everyone been? How's your weekend? If you're wondering what hoodie I'm wearing, I got it from the H&M. It's got a big pizza on the back. It's a Snoopy. It's a Snoopy hoodie. I was feeling chilly recently, and we popped into the Hennies and grabbed a oversized hoodie and a pair of trackies. And you'll have to just imagine that I'm wearing those trousers because I can't show you those legally. But yeah, if you remember last time, we were experimenting with this procedural like very basic procedural generation, where we had a little Hoover, a little Roomba. Can you see my mouse? Yeah. It would just go around in random directions and place a tile down, and that's it. And it's random. So, to get started with today, I'm going to experiment with the camera. I remember we left some comments from last time saying that we should probably move it into a different class. It's a nice hoodie. Thank you. It was very cheap, and it's very soft and very cozy. Many slaves were murdered for it. Classic H&M. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone I didn't buy a responsibly sourced clothing. Instead, I bought a cheap, comfy hoodie with Snoopy on the front. Look, it's got some text. It says like Snoopy Pizzeria. Lonely weekend for you, but you're excited for some hip woolen streams. Sorry I've not been live the last few days then. I was playing RuneScape yesterday. I finally got a really big drop. I got my Tormented Synapse from Tormented Demons, which let me build the best in slot bow for killing demons. And then I went and gave Krill Sutsaroth a go. And I've just been doing a bit of Slayer, so I was enjoying that. Anyway, let's get started. For anyone keeping track of my Iron Man adventure. Systems manager should probably keep cap of the camera. I can't talk. Keep track of the camera. It looks like systems manager has its own camera anyway. Lol. Perhaps the one here is unnecessary. Consider recreating the camera here and tie it to the player's position, offset by screen center, and see if we can walk around the generated level. Okay. Well, let's have a look and see. Systems manager.display. You have a camera, huh? You have a camera 3D and a camera 2D. They're passed in the constructor. And what's the keybind again? Not that one. I always forget. It's Alt-O to switch between header and C++ file. Fun. Okay. I was also, I obviously haven't done it today, but I was thinking about buying a license to Sea Lion, which is, I only recently realized is an animal. So Sea Lion, it's not like a lion, but it's like a sea lion. It's a joke based on like a sea lion, not like a lion with C in the front. But it's like just under 100 euros for a perpetual license, which I don't know. I might give it like the 30-day free trial, and if it's good, maybe I'll give that a go. Maybe it'll solve some headaches, because I do quite like JetBrains IDEs, and like the reason that you'd keep paying for it is to keep getting all the AI shit that I don't care about. So I'd be happy just to get the most whatever current version they had, and then just you know, double tap shit, and all the shortcuts that I've used at work for the last like 5-6 years, and all the beautiful refactoring tools. Oh, I love JetBrains stuff. You got drunk yesterday and your nausea went away. Maybe you have to drink every day while being in the US. That's a good plan for the winter in general. Alternate or older. Ah. Is that how you remember? How's your job searching going, Donut? Any news? Here we go. So, camera 2D. I think we can ignore camera 3D for now. I don't think that's really being used for much. Maybe it's being used for that trippy background, but camera 2D. When we resize, it's just offset 0,0 render resolution. So were you suggesting that we could perhaps recreate or move camera 2D more often? You're curious to see how well Sea Lion would work. Yeah, that's why I'd give it the 30-day trial first. But I'm curious, because I loved Sea Lion. I think I used it. I've used it interchangeably over the years, but I've used a shit ton of IntelliJ and Android Studio and PyCharm. I've been using a little bit of Rust Rover lately, but it's shit. Rust Rover is not very good. It kept marking. I think I had something in the includes in my Rust program that was changing the panic handler, and it thought it was an unnecessary import and kept trying to kill it. And then you get rid of it, and then your program would crash because it wouldn't. Oh, I don't know. I don't know well enough to explain. No news now. I haven't gotten started for real yet. Not fair. Okay. Yes. Okay. Sure. We've got camera 2D in here, and it's just being resized here once. Is it illegal to recreate the camera every frame, Donut? What goes on with that? How does camera 2D work within libdonut? What is graphics camera? Combined view projection matrix. Is the idea that you have a position somewhere within coordinate space of a certain size at a certain position, and then everything else is drawn to that, like a canvas? So it's okay to recreate it constantly? In your version, it's just some data, so you can recreate it as often as you want. Okay. In which case, as a sort of hacky, very hacky, mind you, as a very hacky experiment, should we try just shoving, or even just hitting resize constantly, and just see how it looks, or even just setting the offset just temporarily? I know that the procedural generation always starts in the center. If I make this offset by 100 and 100, we should see something to the bottom and the right. Right? I don't know if that's right, but we should see like a different, right? Some difference. You don't know what Sea Lion is? Oh, well. That's a start. There you go. Okay. And then we do, obviously we can try minus. I think the Y was fine. We just need the X. There you go. All right. I mean, that's pretty much how I'd expect that to go, I'll be honest. I think currently everything's drawing based off 0,0, including this background color. But yeah, that's kind of sick. I guess we can also try this as well, and we can leave X where it was. I'm just playing around, getting a mental image of how we're handling with this. Yeah, look at that. And look, the player can obviously go off screen. There's no problem with that, and we're rendering stuff down here, perfectly fine. Okay, So we need to do a few things. We need to first of all disable the movement blocker, restricted movement system. And the easiest way to do that for now is just to go to wherever I'm setting it to the player, which will be in, well, entity something. That's not it. Entity factory? Character, sure. And we can just temporarily turn off restricted movement. You can always use a separate camera for the background. I think I will. But for now, just to play around, let's do this. I'm also going to make it so it's drawing the white tile instead of the black tile. Or let's think for a moment. I think to stop things being too confusing, game. No, it's probably systems. No, I think it's game. Somewhere we're setting game start. Whoops. Or game restart. It is in Systems Manager. And then in here we are loading the play systems. I'm going to turn off the background drawer. So that's this one. Render gameplay background system. If I cut that, we shouldn't be seeing the rainbow background anymore, and the player should be allowed to move freely. Next, I'm also guessing the bullets will get deleted off screen, but let's not worry about that for now. Next, I would like to try and make the camera follow the player. So I'm going to be doing this redraw often. I think it was in Systems Manager. I'm just going to clean up my screen first. Hang on. Let's just do this. Systems Manager. Resize? No. Where were we doing that? Can you hear the music okay, by the way? Stage system? No. System? Where's resize happening? Oh, it's just in game? Resize. Okay, no, never mind, it's in game. Well, hang on. This was also somewhere else. Was it not Systems Manager? Game has a... So this is defining drawable size, viewport, orthographic, offset. I guess I was editing it in here. Okay. So I want to at least call this as often as possible. Currently I see no reason not to just chuck this in its own function. That's not the keybind. So if the refactor tool will allow me to, obviously it won't. You can't even like pretend to work. No, okay, that's fine. I'll just make a new function. I'll call it update camera 2D. Is this one of those Touhou Cafe albums? Yeah, this is Cafe de Touhou. This is specifically the YouTube upload that says, how many times must I tell you this, old man? And it's not been taken down since. Which is funny. Alright, I mean, we're being lazy here. Update camera 2D. Obviously, I need to make a version of you in the header. For now, I see no reason not to just make you private, so I will do so. And you can just be a void. That's easy. Okay. Next thought. I want to be calling this in the draw? How often do I want to be drawing the camera? I would guess in draw. So why not simply before window, or before even all this, we just do resize. Let me just see. Obviously it's not going to be updating positions, so what I'm going to do, again this is a little hacky, but as a proof of concept, I'm going to try and nab the player coordinates in here and chuck it in offset. And I think there should be a method to do that, to get the... Go into the registry and look for something with, like, I think it's like the player components? Something like that? Whoops. Components. And then did we not have something called player? You meant to do update camera 2D instead of resize. That's correct. Good eye. Forgot I renamed it. I mean... Oh yeah, actually that's a good point. I should do that in here too. Update camera 2D. And then what was I doing it in? Draw, right? No? Wait, hang on. Where did I do that? Ah, down here. Display, not draw. Update camera 2D. Easy go. Now, I thought I had something called the player struct. Yeah, we do. And I think we're doing this in... Well, that's where we're placing it. Culling. That's an excluding. Here we go. So, I'm just going to nab this. And I'm going to go back to game. Update camera 2D. Again, proof of concept. Forgive me if this seems a little weird. But we're going to see if we can grab the player. I don't care if it's got physics. I just need it to have a transform. And I don't need to exclude anything. I just want to see anywhere in the registry that has a player. Is it called try view or is it called view? I forget if you return an optional. No discard, get type. Because I thought we could do something like if view. Or something along those lines where, like, you know... So, hang on, let me just think for a second. Auto offset... Oh, that's just vec to offset equals... And then this. We're going to say if there is a player, then we just want to snap it to the player. I think you had to check that from where you wanted to copy it from. Oh, yeah. Somewhere in here. Let's pop this on the right. That's not what I wanted, but fine. Okay. So. Oh, I guess we can iterate through each because it provides a collection. It's more that I specifically know there's only one player. Sure. Let's keep it easy. That's not where you're meant to go. Oh, I don't know the bind in this program for that, so let's just do this. That's not quite right. So for every view, there's only going to be one. So if auto each, so if we can get an iterator, or if we can get an item to be iterated over, we go in here, otherwise we're out. And if we're in here, oh, we got this first entity thing as well. I should be reading my own code. Oh. Oh, I should really just look in here. It's got everything I need. Player positions are vec3. I obviously don't care about the Z here, but I can just say offset equals player. Oh, there might be a crush, but I'm just going to do player position.x, player position.y. How about that? Something nice and easy. See if it works. What's this? Oh, it's just bokeh. Okay. Alright, so main menu's looking normal, there's no player. And the game is looking fucked up. But I guess it's technically correct. Oh. Yeah, I'm moving. I'm unpausing and moving left. Okay, first thing to do. Let's change that to be an actual color. I am just going to quickly alt up and down, oh yeah? Oh, that's pretty useful. You see what I mean about the IDE thing though? Like I know my way around the IntelliJ and unfortunately the Xcode ones as well. But some of this stuff I haven't memorized on Windows with VS Code. It's really just for this program. You can get drunk if you like. I've been known to encourage alcoholism. I'm just loading up Steam quickly. I'm going to very quickly edit these test sprites that we made. I don't remember if A sprite's going to show up on screen or not, so I apologize if you're going to get flashbanged. It shouldn't. Alright, recent folders. Now there should be something called Woho. This is not it. No, hang on just a moment. Data? I don't think it's this. Hey Ardrago, how are you? This isn't it. Just a moment. Player? Woho data textures. Alright, I would like to pin this folder, but I can't do that quite yet. I'm just doing a little editing in Asprite, which I think I should be able to bring up. This should look okay. I'm just very lazily. I'm gonna say, give me a palette. Just give me a default palette. We're gonna have a, I don't know, like a fucking stone background or something. It doesn't matter. This is just gonna be like a little floor texture example. Ah, fuck it. How you doing, Drago? It's not going to tile particularly well, but that's not really the point. I just want there to be something that we can look at. Anything. It doesn't really matter what this is. Maybe make it blue. That looks kind of like something fun, right? Like a carpet or something. It doesn't need to be real, it just needs to look... I just want to export this over. Can I just hit save, maybe? Okay. We got the white. This is meant to be walls. So I'm just going to make a fucking Minecraft log. Come on. All right. You get the idea? I don't know why I'm spending any time on this, but I'm essentially procrastinating. Alright, if I minimize it... Oh, it actually goes off stream. Yeah, like spiced rum and juice. I used to drink so much Captain Morgan's. Now I'm out of tea. Your Caribbean pirate with all your fruits and your rum. Yeah. What kind of fruit do you like with it? As far as eating Oreo cheesecake at 3:30 past midnight would bring you. Yo. Yeah, Ace Sprite's good. Alright, anyway. If we do this, we should at least see some texture instead of just black. Because it's hard to tell. There it is. Okay, it's just not being drawn. I'm guessing that we are using the background for that, so let's fix that. We want to go into game, and we want to go to load play. Oh, maybe that's in actually Systems Manager. Load play systems. Here we go. I'm going to bring you back. And I'm going to just go quickly and disable the fun one. Sorry. Tint color. This is at the playable space. I don't know how I draw something into infinity. Menu background, position 0, 0, alright. Sorry, I'm going to get rid of the fun thing. Your favourite's pineapple juice, that's a classic. The memory of orange juice. I mean, orange and rum's always pretty good. It's taking a minute to load. Did I not hit the button? Oh, here we go. Alright, look. Wow. Incredible. The camera is moving. I'm guessing there's no limit to how far we can go, because it's just... We can go into the negative as well, which is nice. But yeah, look at that. Incredible. So now let's fix that just briefly to actually track the player. Player, here we go. Update camera 2D. This thing. So if there's a player, I don't want the offset to be the player's X and Y. I want to include the half screen width. I know I have it here, but I thought maybe I had a constant for screen center X and Y. There we go. I keep forgetting how Donut does its X and Y. I'm guessing we need to add screen center X and screen center Y. And that should put us in the middle. I feel like the player position X might actually put us a little offset. Okay, that's way off. Oh. You can go there, but it won't be very precise. Yo, the edge lands. What's going wrong here? Is it Y minus? I keep forgetting in your program if Y is up or down. And it's meant to be this side of the coordinate grid, so if we were centered, I kind of thought we just needed to add to it to get here. It's the same as in maths. Is this number maybe too big? If it's the same as in maths, a positive number goes this way, right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If my player is at 0, 0, you know what I mean? Do I not just add the size of this? Is screen center not the correct variable here? Screen width halved. Well, that seems right to me. Try minus on both. Sure. I think I also need to include the size of the player's sprite, but let's see for a moment. Maybe not. Wow, it's just like a video game. Actually, maybe this is right. If I use this extremely fancy measuring technique of using this measuring thing, it's actually a Warhammer painting handle. I can see that. I mean, that's pretty centered. Yeah, that looks about right. If I just hold that up to my screen. Maybe. It's hard to tell. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? Alright. Next thing I'm going to do is make this sprite like twice as big. Let's make this 32 by 32. 32 by 32. Fine. If it's drawn as an origin 0.5, 0.5, it should be correct. Brilliant. What I would like to do next, once I can just double check this is looking roughly how I want it to. Why is the HUD not... I guess the HUD isn't moving. The position of all these elements should be where the camera is. I guess that's a problem. Now, why would that be? I thought the camera... Maybe they're not using the camera 2D, or they're using maybe they're drawing to something else? Let me have a think about this. We have a render HUD system. It's drawn with the same camera 2D as everything else. Render HUD system. Maybe it's just the position on screen. It should have its own camera that doesn't move. Humu. Doggy has learned when you put your jacket on that means walk, so he's excited now, but he just got cold. That's cute. Okay. So I should have a HUD camera, right? Where am I passing in the camera? Position, color, render pass. Is it part of the render pass? I don't see where I'm passing in a camera here, so I'm guessing it's part of the render pass that's being created. Systems manager might be holding a reference to the game camera. It is, yeah. Why is this not being called? That doesn't make sense to me. Oh, it's probably using a ref pointer. Here we go. Ah. So it's what you're rendering it onto. Camera 2D, camera 3D. Okay. So, I'm going to make a copy. We're going to have... static? I'm not static in the programming sense, but... like it doesn't move. Or maybe just camera 2D. Is there another word for like not moving? Camera 2D doesn't move. How about camera 2D HUD? HUD. Camera HUD? World camera and screen camera. I feel like I've seen that in maybe when I was using Unreal, something similar. Camera world. How about stationary? Yeah. But not like the stuff that Emeritu collects. Camera HUD, and then what do you say, screen? Okay. I'm on purpose not refactored because I want to see everywhere this stuff's being used. If I build, it should hopefully throw a bunch of errors with places I can think about this. Brilliant. Camera world 3D. Draw 2D world. Well, you get the world 2D camera. 2D actors, you also get the camera world 2D and HUD. Well, let's just say, yeah. Camera World 2D. Come on. Oh, I watched the War of the Rohirrim film the other day, chat. Have you guys seen it? You have any thoughts on it? I don't want to discuss it if you guys haven't seen it and you only want to see it. But if you have watched it, maybe we can chat. It's kind of fun to go to the films. I don't go to the cinema nearly as often as maybe I should. It's kind of fun. Why aren't you letting me copy paste? There we go. You didn't hear the movie you said. The new Lord of the Rings animation, War of the Rohirrim, by Warner Brothers Studio. It's a 2-hour-long animation they made in a few years. It had an enormous budget of $100 million. But most of that was apparently spent on voice acting and rights. It's a story about Helm Hammerhand's unnamed daughter, Hera, who's named in the film. The film's about her. So it's a film with 2 hours of content based off like a side note by Tolkien at the end of the Return of the King, where they're talking about the Rohirrim's ancestry. You haven't seen it, but you can ramble about it. Oh, I'd recommend watching it. If you have like a local indie cinema and they have cheap tickets. We paid like 16 euros each to go to the big cinema, and it didn't scale very well to the big screen. I'll say that. Apparently, New Line Cinema mostly did it to maintain the rights to Lord of the Rings because they make an incredible amount of money on holding onto stuff. It was still a cute film. Like it had amazing voice acting, really, really, really good voice acting. The audio and everything was on point. The art direction was alright. If you look at the concept arts for it, fucking amazing. But the animation, I had this weird sense that it was rotoscoped, and we googled it afterwards, and Chris said it's not rotoscoped, but they animated everything in 3D, and then used that as a reference to draw the 2D. So there's a few points in the films where it feels like you're watching the old Zelda CGI animations. You know when he's like, "Ah, Link, my boy, I wonder what Ganon's up to." Whatever. It looks a bit like that at some points, and it's just kind of funny. And it's a little anime-y. Like there's a scene where one of the characters jumps into the air. I won't say more than that, but they jump very far into the sky. Those animations were peak. I liked it, but I would not pay a lot to watch it again. But I would recommend it if you like a fun little story. It's not very Tolkien-y. It's like a very action-packed film. There's a lot of fighting and stuff. The film's called The War of the Rohirrim, so it makes some sense. But also pee before you go, because about 5 minutes in, I needed the loo, so I spent 2 hours in this like comfy cinema seat, sweating my ass off, thinking I'm gonna wee myself. Luckily I didn't, but there was so little downtime between scenes that I didn't really see a good time to leave. And there's some weird, slightly plot holey things, like the way some of the characters are written just terribly. But there's also some great written characters, like the Hera's shield maiden, the old lady. She's a great character. And again, like some scenes are really nice. Oh, the Hobbit film's good. They're fine. They're just not nearly as good as the Lord of the Rings were, and everyone thought they would be, and then they weren't. They're fine films. They stretch out quite a bit. There's a lot of empty space, but if you really value your 3 hours that much, I think there's a trimmed down version online that cuts out the filler and just has one film. But I like The Hobbit enough. It had some pretty weird CGI. Like obviously it's Weta, so it's Weta Workshop, so it's top of the line CGI, but Lord of the Rings had so little that it puts it to shame. Like it looks dated already, I reckon, The Hobbit. But can't complain. It's still another big film. I just don't remember anything about them. They're also quite forgettable. You know what I don't like? I didn't like that they came up with a design for Radagast the Brown. And I just don't like how he looks in that film. I like the 2001 era Warhammer Radagast, the brown model. It looked really cool. He's got like a crow in his hand. But the new model, the new one just looks like, I don't like it. He looks like a Jack Sparrow or something. It's not a big fan. Alright, sorry. I was streaming for a moment. I need to get back to work. 1 week left, chat. 1 week. One week. 1 week. And then I'm going to Landan. For 1 week, and then I'm coming back to work. But we don't think about that. What's wrong? Illegal. Camera 3D is not a base member. Okay, this just hasn't reprogrammed yet. So we should now see whatever's calling the constructor. I think it's game. You're not finer. Oh, fix available. You should be able to do that for me. Looks fine to me. I think it's game that's calling this. Game calling game. Real calling real. Float calling float. Your favorite movie was The Last Unicorn. I don't think I've seen it. Was it nice? Last Unicorn. What was it? Is it animation? Ghibli style or like a Pixar or something? Where are my build errors? Sorry. Do I not get... I know obviously this thing down here. Do I not have a build errors screen on the side? I don't know why I thought I did. I thought there was... Oh, there's a problems. Here we go. This will do. Alright, initializer is redundant. Okay, fine. Just... You can fix that stuff. There's no fix all, huh? Fine. Here we go. Camera 2D, camera 3D. So... We need to... What are you? Camera 2D, camera 3D. Why does game hold on to these? Is system only holding on to a reference? Yeah. Fine. I don't know if that's necessary. Call me if I'm wrong, but it seems weird for game to have to own this and pass it in. When it shouldn't really have much control over it. Multi-line. Whoops. Let's see. That's the wrong one. What was it? Alt? Camera 2D, camera 3D, camera screen. Everything's got the same name. And what's wrong with you? Takes 10 arguments. No, I think you'll find that's potentially incorrect. It's an animation based on a book by Peter Beagle. And it's pretty and it makes you happy. Oh. You're scared to share it with people though, because apparently everyone has a past life of being a director and are extremely critical of movies. Yeah, some people need to learn to enjoy things. Entertainment's entertainment. It's a little sad to rip apart entertainment for no massive reason. Why are you angry, game? Is it because you're... Ah, okay. Camera 3D is you. Camera 2D... I guess this is camera world 2D. Where are you being ran? For now, should I also just shove the other one in here? Probably should just rename these functions. Camera 3D, okay, he's just complaining. Let's just build first. You could delegate, only because the game has the resize function. If it delegated to systems, it could just own all the cameras. I might look into doing that. Camera 2D. Honestly, let's be simple. Camera screen is offset 0, 0. 0f, maybe? Do you need to be a 0.f? I think so. It might not matter. And you are angry why? Maybe this is an old error. References must be initialized. Yeah? Show me problems. Constructor for WoHo game must initialize the... But we didn't have to do this before. Resize? I wonder if the error is something else. Camera Camera World 2D is not used. Maybe those constructors were not unused, and IntelliJ or VS Code is just making shit up. Yeah, it's good music, huh? Yes, it felt like it was just making that up. It's because they're references. Wait, game is holding on to references. Oh no, you need to be the camera. I thought game was originally what was holding on to this stuff. I thought originally game was constructing the cameras and then passing them in. I guess like it was a copy paste error. Okay. So that's that. I'm gonna go to menu, render gameplay background. Is that it? Okay. It's gonna look a little funny. I'm actually kind of curious if I could pass this in. I suppose this render 2D world. No, let's not do this. I should definitely split this stuff up. Let me think. Render HUD. You are being provided the camera in game? No, system manager. Actually, let's stop for a second. Let's just see what we're currently looking at before I overthink myself. So this menu's looking normal. The game is tracking the player. Ah, as is this. That looks about right. Now, should that trippy background... Is the trippy background even really part of this right now? I don't think so. I think we should be hiding it for now. I think this isn't part of the game. As fun as it is. Yeah, I think I need to get rid of this stuff for just now. Where am I doing that? Render gameplay background system. So there's this. We don't need the playable space. And Donut, you have a tileable drawing function or not? Do you have something that allows me to change the default black when the behind everything? Is that in like game.header or something? Textures are tiled automatically if you decrease the texture scale. Oh. The idea was I wanted maybe just to have a background behind everything for now, just to keep things exciting. I thought Aseprite had something to allow you to draw off screen and have it go to the other side of the screen. Do you remember what I mean? Like if I draw to the right, it will start drawing on the left to allow you to make tiled things easily. I don't remember how that works. Obviously there's shift, but I thought they had an easy tile creator. That doesn't matter. I just wanted something like this. Nothing fancy. That'll do. I'm just gonna call this. No, I don't want a sprite. I want it to be background 32x32. Fine. Entity factory. No, it's asset manager. You could draw a rectangle that covers the screen with your desired texture and set the scale to 1f divided by screen size or something. Oh. I don't want it to move with the camera though. I want it to go from infinity that way to infinity this way. Or is that not valid? Oh, you know what I also need to do? I need to make sure this stuff's 32 by 32. Just use the screen camera then. As in, like, I want there to be this texture that is seemingly moving around. There's just I know in OpenGL you can have a texture that tiles X and Y in both ways. Hello. Oh, I didn't name that correctly. What's the project? We're writing a bullet hell. We've been working on it since COVID, on and off. Last week, we, as like a little bit of fun to break things up, I'm experimenting with a procedural level generator and just a completely new gameplay idea. So whereas the game we were working on previously was a vertical shoot 'em up, you know, enemies spawn in, shoot bullets, and you move around like this and shoot up. I'm currently experimenting with making a sort of random-ish level that you can move around, move the screen with you, loot stuff, kill enemies, that sort of thing. Set the texture offset to minus player position. Okay, let's see how that looks. We'll work it out. What did I call that? Where did that get exported to? Hang on a moment. Textures. Oh, is it in enemies? Where did I put that? Did I not export this? Background 32 by Am I blind? Must be a different folder. Projects Woho Data Textures. Project Woho Data Textures. Why is this not here? Still 2D top down. Yeah. Using a seeded noise with pre-made chunks. I'm trying to my best of my knowledge to recreate the Nuclear Throne level generator. I did, I don't know, like 5 or 6 years ago, I did my dissertation for my degree in procedural generation. And I can actually link it to you if you've not seen it. I made a mini golf game. And as part of my paper, I researched into how a bunch of different games did their generation, including Nuclear Throne, and I kind of remembered that it worked like this little Hoover that went around the room, spitting tiles down, generating rooms, and then walls would get added. I think this is the link. Yeah, 5 years ago. You can skim through it if you like. But I think I'm trying to recreate what I called snake generation. I called it that because it's like a snake. Obviously, this was a 3D game, but the idea in my head is, I think, still semi-valid. Yeah, anyway, try closing and opening the folder drop-down. How about I reload? That's not it. What's the bind? Not that. How do I reload the window in this program? I thought there was something like Control-Shift-P, or there's a dog? Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're just experimenting for now. Control-Shift-P is not... Oh, there it is. There we go. Reload window. Why dog? Why not? I don't understand. If I open this in Windows... That's not it. Where are we? Are we not where I think we are? Data. Reveal in File Explorer. Data. Textures. It's not there. Expurate thinks it's there. It must be a different folder. C. Local disk. Projects Woho Data Textures. I'm losing my mind. How is it there but it's not there? Reveal in File Explorer. Yeah, it's not there. This is bizarre. And now it is. That's weird. Maybe you excluded it in VS Code. Yeah, I must have done something. Alright, here's the Call of the Void. That is the Void. It's interesting. Okay. So, donuts. Maybe I excluded it. Let me think for just a moment. I would like to draw a tiled sprite of that background tile we just came up with. So we've got the background here. Hang on a moment. Maybe you're only meant to be 16 by 16, like this. Let's just try and get this working first. Alright, I don't know why those are no longer drawing. I'll think about that later. I'd just like to do this first, so we're going to call this floor sprite, just to keep this easy. And I would like to have just an easy background. Let's background. Sure. Probably easier to do it in draw 2D UD to make the positioning easier, i.e. 0, 0. Sure. Why not? I'll draw it at the top. Background sprite. So this is for every tile, we get a position and we do a render pass draw. So let's say something like this. Draw the background sprite. A position scale. So I want the position to be 0, 0. And you said that if I mess around with the scale, was it? I can get it to tile. What did you suggest? Set the texture offset. Oops, wrong one. Offset? What do you mean by texture offset is not this. Where can I assign the texture offset? Is that origin? No. Need to sneeze. Use rectangle instance instead of sprite instance. Okay. And why would that be? Rectangle instance. Am I using you anywhere? Oh, I'm using you down here. I guess we don't care about an atlas. We're just rendering a texture, which can be... Wait, hang on, what's circle texture? Asset manager.load texture. Oh. Can I just nab the background sprite.texture? Is that not available? Oh, it just doesn't seem to let me want to get in there. Can I not grab the texture out of this sequence? I guess not. I guess that's not relevant here. If you got bots to watch my stream, would I be flattered or upset? I'd be a little upset, because people would probably assume it's me. You'd have to make a graphics texture out of it instead of inserting it into the Sprite Atlas, but that's fine. I think that would be in the asset manager. Is there somewhere else I'm doing a texture? This thing. Load texture, file path. Okay, that should be fine. I mean, it's just that. What do you return? You return a standard shared pointer to a texture. Okay. What lib are we using? We're using libdonut, which is sitting on top of SDL2. Donut in chat is the libdonut dev. It's nice. Okay, we've got a background here. 32 by 32, whatever. And then we can just plop that straight into here. Libdems, that's not right. Well, there's not much point in this. ID, you're not needed. Me at the supermarket. I've gotten old, apparently. I don't think that's true. something. What am I doing down here with the rectangle? Have any of you guys been watching Arcane? We've been watching it every Sunday for the last few weeks. It's really nice. Every time I rewrite code, take a shot. Shit. Size equals... Can I just chuck in 32 by 32? Is that allowed? Position, origin. I guess scale's not a thing here. Whoops. Const texture. Oh, I need to dereference this. What's the syntax again? No? Standard pointer. Size should be the screen size. Oh, it's the size of... Oh! So you're drawing a texture of whatever happens to be in the file to some canvas, which is this rectangle instance, which at this point we're going to make the size of the screen, and the texture can... OpenGL can do whatever it likes with it. How are you doing, Bowser? Is that a screen? Whatever. Screen width, screen height. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't remember the syntax for this. It's a shared pointer. How do you dereference that? Get? Asset manager. Oh. Dot? To get the raw pointer. Okay. Sure. And what did you suggest earlier? Oh, you watched the first season of Arcane and it was a while ago. Was it that long ago? I thought it was like 2021. And you suggested what? Set the texture scale to 1 divided by screen size. Scale. See if this works. I'm guessing that I can do 1 divided by the whole vec2, but this also works, I guess. You have mitigation that hex with your memories. That's a wrong time ago for you. Fair enough. Are you in the wrong place? Yeah, okay, go on then. Can you put you in the right? There's no... You don't want to refactor this for me? I just have to... Okay. Let's try this. You don't think origin is necessary? Alright, probably defaults to 0, 0, huh? Dot get gets the raw pointer. Arrow get is the texture handle. Oh, okay. Sure. Man, the game looks sad without the psychedelic background. Oh, now there's nothing. There's really just nothing, huh? One divided by needs to be 1.0f. One over needs to be... Oh, interdivision. Oh. Fair enough. As a vegetarian, what sweets do you like? You like gummies, but most use gelatin. A lot of them these days don't use gelatin, but I still don't like them. Alright, this shit ain't working. What sweets do I like? Dude, give me a Mars bar. Give me a block of fudge. Give me a brownie. Give me a chocolate chip cookie. Give me a something like that. Dark chocolate slab is good. Try removing texture scale. Okay. I'm trying to remember the keybind. I just press the little button. This seems to be drawing over everything else. I think draw 2D HUD happens to be the last step in the drawing function, don't it? It's also not moving, which is something I wanted it to do. So I'm gonna just try popping it in here. See how that looks. Alright, yeah, this is what I want. I just want this Not this big, but I want this to just be scaled X and Y. Yeah, the moving will have to use texture offset. I think you don't understand what I'm trying to do, or you do and I'm misunderstanding you. I want it to move. I don't want this to be like when you have a HTML web page and the background sticks. I want it to be like when you're scrolling and it shows you the next row at the bottom. Right? Are you with me? You'll have the same effect. Okay. But you have to make it infinitely large. Okay, that's what I was trying to avoid. Texture offset. And what did you suggest for that? Having it stick to the player? Where was I doing player stuff? Well, Is any of this really worth this current effort? It's drawing on top of everything is a problem. You might have to add a draw 2D background. Yeah. Yeah. What is it? Systems manager. We have this draw 3D world. It's using a different thing. Kind of wishing we had layers now. Draw 2D HUD, draw 2D actors, draw 2D world. Let's... Oh, that's kind of annoying though. Ooh. Hmm. I'm wondering if I'm actually going to use this or not, or if this is just a waste of time right now. Is there any other time that I would... Is this really the only way to have a texture that tiles like a big background behind everything? It's the best way, at least. Alright. It just means I have to do this, which is a bit busy work, I guess. Now I'm starting to see there's an awful lot of draw things. I don't know how I feel about it. Whatever. Let's try it out. It doesn't take too long to write. I'd like to copy what we're doing in this. Draw 2D background. As long as we make it an optional. This music's great. Yeah, we might find value for it. Maybe some particles or something that's tracked with the screen. Like, I mean, we'd have to then have that at the bottom. Maybe that'd be part of the HUD. Alright, let's pop you another one. You. Okay, this should now be drawing something that sticks to the screen. What did you suggest the offset should be? It should stick to the camera? Because the render pass will have... This is already moving with the camera, no? Because this is now you suggested text offset equals minus player position. Offset, texture offset. Okay, no, that makes a lot of sense then. So we're having a rectangle the size of the camera, but within the texture, where OpenGL is sampling to say, yep, draw this, and however it's tiling it, we're moving that dial around. But it's within the texture. It's I don't have anything on me, I think, that I can use as an example. I need something transparent. How do I... Okay, not a great example. This is my Osu tablet, right? If this glasses cleaner is the texture and this is the screen, we are essentially moving this around, but we're only drawing the tablet stuff within this. So this stuff might be moving around, but we're not actually, nothing's happening at these edges out here. And this is tiling. Pretend that this is a giant tea towel, and if I use perspective to fuck with things, maybe I could do that. You get the idea. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I need like a picture frame or something to do that a bit better, but yeah. What about you guys? What sweets do you like? Completely separate conversation thread. Texture offset, player position. Honestly, this stuff should probably just be in context, but whatever. Why did I put update camera 2D? In game. So here's the player. The texture scale should be Asset Manager's background get size 2D. I'm guessing is that 32 by 32 pixels that the thing literally is. Using Pinterest, damn. Oh, I guess I can just... Yeah, the get is redundant, yeah. I'm just saying minus. Is it going to matter if we do minus or plus? Let's see. You should be an adult and use LinkedIn. Aren't those two completely different websites? What's wrong, little guy? Not to... Oh? Oh! Yeah, of course. I need to declare that I'm overriding this. Your room smells like panettone. Have you been eating panettone? Alright, nothing seems to be getting drawn, but that's probably because I'm not calling that function properly. We can at least move around. That's nice. Now, I thought these floor sprites were 32 by 32. You have been eating panettone, just not in your room, fatties. Guess not. Weird that. It's 32 by 32, yeah, I'm jumping by 16 at a time. Why is that? Level generator system, talk to me. Distance is 1. Max steps, this make you like 500. Did I have somewhere the chance to rotate, right? Oh. It's just a custom distribution. Breakpoint to move percentage. It's like always moving, huh? Weird. Okay, well, whatever. It should be moving one position at a time. Oh. You are a magic number. Can I just move you a little bit? That shouldn't change much. That's just where it starts. Oh. Wow, this one really didn't move. Alright, let's see why this background isn't drawing. Draw 2D background. Let's just put a debug here just to double check it's actually being called. You're not necessary. Alright, it does seem to be trying to get drawn. Texture is the background. Size is... You suggested that the enumerator... The game is in the way. Oh. Okay. I was just looking at this. Also, you shouldn't use LinkedIn Snowflake. You can have it for like job searching or whatever, but you shouldn't browse it. I don't think you saw, but you found a funny graphical glitch while playing Helldivers. Oh, where did you post it? As an experiment, can I just try doing size 1x1? Or size 32x32? Just double check that's not the issue. Do I need to do something else? This should just be render pass. You think the size should be screen width by screen height? Did I apply this to the wrong place? Oh, should I be putting this stuff in texture offset? Or what? Texture scale. Okay. Give that a go. That doesn't look right. That's not right. At least something is happening. That's true. Is the offset incorrect? Do you think it should just be the player position? Try flipping the division. I can do that. Well, currently it's based on the center of the screen as well, so I'm wondering if that's causing issues. It probably doesn't. It doesn't really matter where the tiling starts from. Hey! Maybe it does. It's moving way too quickly. It's also like snapping weirdly. I don't know if you can see that. Try negative offset. Sure. Oh, so it moves against the player. Have I tried playing an instrument? I used to play the drums when I was younger. Oh, this looks weird. I think I need to cut out this screen center stuff. Yeah, the drums, yeah. Okay, I didn't fix much. It does seem to be moving down as the player moves up. How much did you play? Should it be like divided by half or something? It feels like it's a bit too fast. Maybe dividing by size wasn't necessary at all. What, you think just like that? I played... I mean, as a kid, it felt like I played a lot, but I probably only did it for a few years. I think we do need that scale. You know what? I'm going to quickly make that background a bit lighter, just so we can actually see it. You can't see Ace Bro. Just so we can actually see what we're working with. Oh, I guess that's still on screen. I got down to like grade 2 or 3 or something of rock school. I could play a couple of small beats. I had very good paradiddles. I think this is correct. Texture offset being the player position. Let's try minus again. Because now this is no longer based on the center, although that probably doesn't matter. It's just an extra offset. But maybe this is easier to see now. I think negative did make sense, because currently it's moving against the like... wait. You get what I mean? Like, it should be going the other way, if parallax is making sense. I think this makes sense, but it's just going at the wrong speed. You get me? It also feels a bit like it's stuttering. Like if I spam it, it like lags behind. Just need to get texture scale right. If we think for a second, we have a scale. Why is this based off the size of the screen? Divided by player size 2D. The stuttering is strange. I mean, it's only updating during draw, but it's only drawing it in draw, so should that really matter? What did it look like the other way around again? Oh, dog shit. I think this is more correct. Get size 2D. This is a 32 by 32 sprite. Do you think the division just doesn't work very well because the screen is not... Nah, it doesn't make sense. Texture offset. 1 divided by get size 2D? We can try it. What? Why would that be the case? No, that's not it. I think it's the offset. Are you sure it's the scale and not the offset? How does it work if I multiply the offset? Like if I do this multiplied by 0.5, does it speed it or slow it? You're 100% sure. Okay. Because this does look like a... Oh, I didn't do very much, honestly. It does look like a 32 by 32 image. Like this looks like this is the correct size. Because I think the player character is about 16 by 16. So I think this is in the right... I think this is drawing on the correct size. We could even count it. 32, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pretty sure the screen's 320 wide. So I think it is drawing the correct scale. But it's the offset that's just a little off. You played guitar for a bit and you were told it was a waste of money. What the fuck? You play a bit but the words made you too shy to play for anyone. That's awful. Fuck. Are the background tiles bigger than the level tiles? Yeah, the level tiles right now are 16 by 16. Well, actually, the level tiles are 32 by 32, but they're just not drawing correctly, and I don't... Maybe we can try to fix that. If we have a look, this image... I know it says 16 by 16, but if we look at it in Aseprite, this is a 32 by 32 pixel image. Should probably just rename it. Let's do that. Let's call this floor tile. Floor tile and wall tile. Floor tile, wall tile, background tile. And then we go to Asset Manager, Header. You are actually, sorry, the floor tile. You are the wall tile. Maybe you're scaling them by half when you're drawing the level. Just have a look. Background tile. Okay. Not 2, just like that. Okay. So there's these. Our level generator system is just moving 1 unit at a time. It should have nothing to do with the size of the texture. It's just building a maze of some size in some position. Okay, so it should really just be the... Hey, Scout. You're also programming. What are you up to? Render, not menu background, unless I did put it in here. No. Yeah, I think it is the offset. Yeah, let's have a look into it. So for the level, this is for... Oh, sorry, the Aseprite's in the way. You have to minimize it, apparently. We have 2 chats. Don't know, I've been dual streaming on YouTube and Twitch for 2 weeks now. Maybe even 3. Don't talk about the other chat though. If you're in one chat, the other chat will always get embarrassed. They'll be like, "Oh, I didn't think you could see me." Okay, so the position should be this scale half. Oh, that's probably the part of the issue. Why was I scaling it by half? What was the point of that? That would do it. Do you remember why I was doing that? Doesn't make a lot of sense. I must have copied it, or I must have had some reason. Surely. Please reload the window. No, that's okay. Probably wants to see more of the map. Oh, yeah, actually. Alright. These floors now look about right to me. Okay. But you can see the background behind is just skidding at max speed. As a streamer, do you look at viewer count? No, I hide it. I looked at it when the number was closer to 3 digits, but when it started being single digits, I hid that thing. It's not good for the mental. Comparison's the thief of joy. Imagine looking at a number every day and thinking, fuck, this used to be 3 times higher. I haven't changed that. I mean, I've probably changed quite a lot, actually. The offset should probably be scaled by the same as the scale as the texture scale. Yeah, I think you're right. Let's have a look. We're currently drawing a texture. The size is covering the screen. I think that stuff's fine. The offset is currently moving as the player moves. Get rid of this half thing. That was just... Actually, it's multiplied by 2. Just kind of curious. It's fun to play with dials. Up 2.f, sure. No? Oh. You don't like that? That's weird, because I swear I was just... No, I don't need that. What the fuck? Hang on, this used to work. What changed? Okay, that's weird. Alright. Half is fine, but you can't do 2.f. You can. Don't know. Okay. I think that's speeding it up a lot. So just out of curiosity, if I make this divided by 0. multiplied by like a lot. You just remember the texture offset is normalized for 0 to 1, so the shifts in pixels you have to divide the pixel off count. Yeah, this did nothing special. What does F indicate? It indicates that it's a float. Instead of saying, here's a variable 1, I'm saying variable 1.f. Make it into a float, please. It's just shorthand. Some languages also have capital F or D or capital D or various things to do doubles and all sorts. This is C++. You remember the texture offset is normalized to 0 to 1 for the whole texture. So to get the shift in pixels, capital F also works here. Oh, cool. To shift in pixels, you have to divide the pixel offset by getSize2D. So the offset, instead of being a literal pixel offset, like 0. by 32, let's say the image is 32 by 32, we're not offsetting it by 32 pixels if we want to shift it all the way to the left. It's actually 0 to 1, and you're normalizing 32 to be 1, 16 to be half, and 0 to be 0. Is that correct? So we're getting an offset of here, which is going to be a number that we need to divide by 32, basically. If the player is at position 64, I'd actually like this number to be 2. So we do this. Is that right? It do be working there. It's amazing that something as simple as this is difficult. And look, we can go up forever. Isn't that amazing? Obviously, you can only shoot within the bounds of the original level because bullets still have that. But trying to think about that yet. Awesome. All right, I'm just gonna make that texture dark again. Okay, and okay, what time is it? 11? Let's crack out the wall thing. From how I remember it. Oh, let's have a think. I want to get the top leftmost, or the higher. I want to get a bounds based on the highest and the lowest floor, and then go and try and generate a wall. Now, if I remember how they did that in Game Maker, they literally, I think, spawned an object at a position and then did a collision check, which is not what I'm going to do here. I'm trying to remember how I did it for my snake generation. It could be very simple. I might have just checked the 4 directions around a wall and then checked to see if there's a wall in the set, that position, and if not, create... Oh, sorry, if there's a floor in that position, and if not, create a wall. So I'm just going to do that. It should be a simple enough algorithm. I'm sure you can come up with something smarter, but I'm going to just go with this for now because it's what I want to do. So I'm going to have a look. First of all, I want to have somewhere to put the walls. So let's start with that. I think it's in level layout, floor tile coordinates. Well, let's have a wall tile coordinates, nice and easy. I just smacked my microphone. Sorry. Step forward, choose new direction, generate level, blah, 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 blah. Okay. What are you? IVEC2 hash. Oh, the hashing algorithm, because we have a set. Fantastic. Well, I'm going to have an unordered set as well for walls. Wall tile coordinates. So this stuff here is actually generate floor. Okay? Can I refactor you to a function? Yo, it actually generated the function. Generate floor. That's so nice. Whoops. Are you now going to be annoyed because you don't exist? Thought so. Pog. Where are you being defined again? Did I delete? Oh no, you... Oh, you're this. God. Where are you being defined again? Can I just shove this and make this private in the header? Can you do that? Should be able to. Oh, is it going to complain because you're declared... in C++, is it going to complain and be like, eh, it's defined down here, I need to define it above it? The joys of modern languages of not having to think about where in a file I've defined something. Yeah, I mean, I can just test my own hypothesis and just shove it up here. It doesn't matter for class methods. Why did it fix itself when I moved it above then? Is it because it's public? If I make this private... I mean, I can just move this underneath. That solves the problem as well. I don't particularly need this to be public either. You can be on the same line. It's okay. Oh, fuck. I just pressed something. Was it insert? Yeah. Here we go. If trying to do a 2D procedural game 2, but node-based, space sim, ooh. Would you recommend this live? It sounds nice. Use Allegro, but it's meh. Allegro? I don't know Allegro. You can ask Donut. It's his library. I think I'm the only major user right now, but he's a good guy. I've been enjoying using it so far, but I also do need to ask him quite a lot of questions. But whether or not that's my inexperience with C++ rather than my inexperience with his library, I don't know. It certainly is handy. It's got a lot of nice built-in wrappers, but it's also not too... You still have to do quite a lot yourself, which I like. There's a nice mix of control and leaving things to the library. I like that I didn't have to define what a vec2 is, you know? You could try it out. I think he does have like an example project, but you mentioned he's got a version 3 coming out with like Vulkan support and stuff, so I suppose you could wait on that as well. Okay, I'm generating the floor. I want to generate walls. 2. Wall tile coordinates. No discard void. What? That's weird. No, I should maintain the same style I've been doing everywhere else. And you obviously don't need a name. And you don't need that, I guess. That should be fine. Yeah, floor tile coordinates can happen in here. Oh, I love refactoring, dude. Yes, I do. Generate walls. Oh, generate floors, fine. Generate walls. I don't think I even need the Roomba. Actually, I do need this stuff. Oh, God. Oh. Hey, Nathan. Thanks for the raid. How you doing? Vulkan is hip. Does it support 2D physics? Yeah, it does. Modern C++? It's modern enough. I don't remember what level of C++ is the library sticking to. You're not on, like, 2026 yet, are you? Finally. Async await is here. Thanks, Nathan. We're just working on a procedural level generator, people joining from the raid. We're just doing a little messing around. C++ 20. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright. Let's have a think. Generate floor. This was mostly working. Why are you angry? Oh, you need to return this at the end. That makes sense. And you're still a void. I've got to update this. Bonk. Oh. Okay, that should be fine. Generate walls. Generate floor. You want to be like this. Only undeclared identifier. Okay, maybe I'll try building again in a moment and see if it fixes itself. Redefinition. Oh, you think you're still being passed in, of course. That's not the case. Why Donut? I don't know why Donut called himself Donut. Honestly. Do I really need to call you level generator IVEC2 hash? That seems silly. Man, the music's gone a little quiet. Hang on. YouTube doesn't even seem to think it's playing. The play button's frozen. That's funny. Alright, generate walls. Why are you angry? Generate walls. You're a standard vec2 hash. You're a room. You don't need a Roomba. Honestly, where's the Roomba being made here? You don't need to be passed in either. I can... Oh, not you. Generate floor like this. And return the function type int. You think you'd seen the Simpsons movie back when you named it and that's when you picked it? I don't know what we're praying for, but the totem must grow. My dude, it's for Cult of the Lamb. I haven't logged in for months. We're gonna open it and a flood will appear. It's so cheap as a points award. So many people have just bought it. I don't know what's gonna happen in the game. I hope the Twitch interaction's working. Is the return type? Oh, it is a... Wait, why am I returning a... Oh, wait, hang on. Wait, what? Generate floor and walls should be returning an unordered set of IVEC2. Well, do you need the IVEC2? What are you being used for? Oh, no, you are being used. Oh, so you do actually need to... Okay. Sure, it just seemed like a bit much. Make an alias for it, like tileset equals blah 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 blah, sure. Hang on a moment, these red lines are annoying me. You can do level generator, tileset, yeah. Oh, am I missing a semicolon? Really? Where have I done that? You are fine, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine? I don't seem to be missing a... syntax error? Hang on, what? Programming seems hard. C++ is hard, programming's not hard. Ah. Donuts, good suggestion. Well, Donut's good answer to a suggestion. I think when we were doing this, I was complaining about how in like Kotlin or Swift, it's quite easy to write an extension, to write a custom hasher. I can't remember the actual like term for it, but like a truthfulness. There's a word for it that's lost for me, and yeah. You help with the syntax. It's a little bodged. It's a little bodged. It's a little bodged. Does do the job for now. But yeah, it's I think it's hashing a location based on itself. It's not as secure, I suppose it could be. Direction. Alright, something is actually quite bodged here. What's going wrong? Let's have a look in here. Floor tile coordinates is this stuff. Wall tile coordinates is this stuff. This looks pretty fine to me. Every 10 lines you should have a node saying made my woolen so no one steals your code. That's what Git blames for. Is this where it's throwing the error? Roomba. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Redefinition basic types. Have I got multiple things called generate walls? No. Don't forget trailing commas to fix the formatting. I guess I put it in the wrong spot. This looks normal to me. Are you complaining that I don't need the names in the initializer style list? I liked the names, but sure. The inline hints also work. Standard unordered set, IVEC2 hash. Level generator, generate walls. You're not Roomba anymore, I guess. I tried building again. I feel like we fixed enough. It should help a little bit. Yeah. And now, obviously, you don't have the Roomba stuff. That's fine. At the very end, we're going to be returning this. You aren't being used. Whatever. Alright. Easy game. Why are you angry? Redefinition. There's a syntax error in the header somewhere. Yeah, but where? Different basic types. Let's try building again. Is it just because you've got... See you around. I see Acrolux. Thank you. Hey, Eric. I really wish this compiler had a more obvious error printout. This shouldn't be so hard. See ya. Good night. It doesn't like that it's autoed, but I guess it's just not been able to compile generate walls. Can I just do this for now? Just to fix the build error? Or move the build error? Okay, this is the problem. Oh, cock. Oh, we had it up here as well. It was telling me the answer. Oops. It could have maybe said like you have it declared on this line as well, maybe, but whatever. It's my bad. My bad. Sniff sniff. Anyway, let's ignore that. I'm storing this stuff, right? No, I'm not. Alright, well, in which case the wall thing definitely needs the floors. Sorry, you need the floor stuff in there. As they're in... Nah, obviously not. Generate walls. I would like you to be able to take in a... this. If that's okay. Why doesn't all your art and assets have woolhee watermarks on them? That's a good question. This one unnecessary semicolon at the end of the hash function. Yeah? Where did I put it? Here. This. Sure. Good eye. Alright, generate walls. Let's see how easy we can make this. For auto. Floor. In... I always forget the syntax in this language. For every floor in... Here we go. And we're going to say... check here, check there, check there, check there. Check and place walls. Whoops. I'm going to pass in... Well, we can keep using the same syntax for now. Now, is there going to be something to let me generate this? Probably not, right? I don't have to declare stuff in the header, right? I can just have a... what do I want to do here? I want to basically have a copy of this. I can just do this, right? Oh, well, not if I'm using that. Oh, wait. How about you become public? Welcome to the world. IVEC2 hash. Nice to see ya. Do I even need to preface it now? Yeah. If you put an anonymous namespace at the top, you can put stuff without issues. Is it in a namespace? Namespace Woho. So I'm going to put it inside namespace level generator. Or is this going to cause issues? That doesn't seem legal. Oh, just namespace. Doesn't even need a level. I'm going to put this around the Woher. Inside namespace Woher. Yeah? Yeah, just keep going. If I build, this will be happy, will it? Okay. What are you? You are deduced. Not surrounding the entire thing. Just at the top. What? Oh, as in if I put the if I put the function in there, if I put this check and place walls thing in there, that's allowed. Is it? Just this by itself. Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's kind of nice. This is basically like a... Yeah, okay, fine. Not gonna go into it more. Check and place walls. I want you to take in a... You're a const... Can I copy and paste this? No. Oh, maybe? No. Const vec to reference. That's not it. Alright. It ensures the symbols don't get exported to other files. That's nice. I guess I also want to put in the wall tiles. Like this. There's a lot of boilerplate in this. Stop this. Okay. This is going to be a little lazy, but let's just see how it looks. I'd actually like to pass in the floor tile coordinates as well. Fuck, okay. Forgive me for just a moment. Oops. We're going to pass in the floor tile coordinates as well. Oh my god, this is messy. I want to do this. Very lazily. If you want to be lazy, you can have the function take auto ampersand. That works. I can just do this. Oh, obviously I do want it to be a reference, but... Actually, if I want it to be a reference, then I don't actually have to return anything. I just do this. But then it's not a pure function. I think I'd at least like the... It works because it'll make the function a template. Oh, sick. Honestly, let's just do it like this. So we've got some floor tile coordinates, wall tile coordinates, and the floor. If floor tile coordinates... How do I get something from a set? Oh, this is going to be annoying to write, though, without this syntax stuff. Let's just do this for now. Just so I can at least write my code. The IDE doesn't really help. Can I just access it like this? That's the idea. Like, does not contain... Get, find, insert. Can I play the new Lord of the Rings movie in the corner? It's right here. Contains. No. I'm gonna say if it contains. Set document contains. Okay. So, if there's no floor coordinate at the floor x and the floor y plus 1, then dot append. How am I doing it down here? Dot insert. I want to insert a wall at this location. That's it. That's all I want to do. Now, why are you angry? Wall tile coordinates is a set. So I'm currently inserting just a vector. How was I putting stuff in this before? We had an iVec2. Okay, I guess first of all it's an iVec2. You are a set of a iVec2 and a hash. It's const. Oh shit. Fair enough. A type is required. Oh, of course. That's it. And if this works, I'm just gonna do this one side for now. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do the others. it's easy. It's trivial. We just do this. It's lazy, but I want to see a result. Obviously, I need to place them in the right place too. Let's do this. Get rid of this shit. Let's do this. Let's be lazy, but like not that lazy. Whoops. Fine. You could do... Oh yeah, obviously it's going to be const. Oh. Yeah, I see what you mean. A range-based for loop over initializer list. How do I write that? Const? Let's have a look. Hang on. I was just going to do this, but let's have a look. Inside this list, and then the list I generate is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1 minus 1. Please stop moving my screen. Plus 1 minus 1. So we've got a little list here. Yeah, that works as well. Less lazy than I wanted it to be, but that's also fine. How about that? This kind of feels like the sort of thing I would have done for my my dissertation as well. Can I put a comma in there? No. Okay, well, whatever. It does look nice. It's neat enough, yeah. Does the job. I feel like really I want to like twist those. Whoa. Cool. You can just call insert without checking contains. No. I'm checking the floor. I'm seeing if there's a floor there, and if not, I'm putting a wall there. These are two different things. It's different sets. Yeah. The algorithm is basic as balls, but it's essentially doing an outline. It's an outline algorithm. And because walls are a set, then I'm not going to get overlapping walls. So it's pretty nice, honestly. I think it's quite clean. This is copied for each invocation, but is only used as a const reference. We're gone then. Why are you angry? Oh, that's true. It could be a reference. Well, let's change this. Yeah, it's not constant header. It was throwing an error earlier. I'm not really sure why. That's it, I think. Let's go to our render gameplay background. And here. Wall, tile coordinates. We're going to draw a wall sprite. Whoops. Okay, that seems to be the same sprite, but it is indeed drawing walls. Let's change that. Where is this thing being generated? Oh, up here. Hey! Now that, my friends, is a video game. If you want, I can also check the corners as well. That's fine. Nice. Hey, my memory worked pretty well. I know it's quite a trivial algorithm, but it's a fun one. It's even just fun just to have a level to run through. Like, fuck, this one's gone pretty far. Easy. Okay. Next, let's actually do the corners as well. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. So we can just do floor Y, floor X minus 1. Is this right? No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These two are the same. You need to be +1. You need to be +1. That looks right to me. The downside of making this sort of game, you need to have a collision to it. I was thinking about that. It's true. Hey, look. I mean, collision detection is not the end of the world. Alright. I am now going to add a floor carver. The idea is to generate a big blob of floor. And we do that on occasion. Okay? So in the level generator system, random percentage, that's fine. I'm just going to have a new function in this called void Add room. Add random room. I want to pass in not constant. I just want to pass in anything. Yeah. I want to not have it constant. It can be a reference, that's fine. And I'm gonna say, where's our random thing? I guess a lot of this doesn't need to be in the header. Room chance is oh, you're using the any tips on being a competent programmer? Find those more skilled than you and work with them, and if you have an opportunity to pair or mob program, take it. I think I've had lots of jobs where I've worked as just me, or it's me and a guy, or it's me and a small group, or me and a big team. I think I've grown the fastest being in like a big team of people that are much more senior than me by myself. It's all well and good thinking, oh, I can just learn anything I need as I come across it, or I can just Google it. I don't need someone telling me what to do. There's real value in having other people, other brains around. So yeah, if you can find like a group or anyone to learn with, that's the best. Loose quad tree type that you could use to make the collision code slightly easier without brute forcing it, so there's at least that. But yeah, I remember you saying you were doing something like that. There's no need to constantly check for collision against every wall in the stage. Might as well at least only do it on the nearby things as well. Do you ever miss retail? No. Every time I go to a supermarket, I think, thank God. It could have been me! It was me. For a little bit, not that long. I only worked in the supermarket for like a year. Well, actually, also I worked in the uniform shop for like a summer, so a year and a bit. So, yeah. Do your best to find such people in uni. Yeah, absolutely. How's your degree going? Have you just started, or is it your first year or second year, or how's it going? What are you called? Add random room. Well, you're void. You can't be discarded. If you applied yourself, you could have been a manager at your local Aldi. That's true. That's true. Let's say it's a 1 in 5 chance to make a big room. Oh, you need a semicolon. Now. Again, being very lazy. Forgive me. I'm just going to carve out a very small chunk. I guess I need to have a position to be currently doing this for floor tile corners add random room. You need to have a... The Roomba needs to be passed in. You. Roomba is an IVEC 2. Come on. I'm getting a little hungry. You just started comp sci, discrete maths and electronics are killing you. I had trouble with discrete maths. I actually had to redo it because I didn't take it seriously enough. Admittedly, I did double my score when I redid it, but the first time round was a fail, so a double from that's not so impressive when I say it like that. But, yeah. You'll do your best to survive the midterms. Good luck! If you need advice and help, we've got plenty of people on Discord that are doing the same degree. Or have done the same degree. By electronics, do you mean like logic gates and stuff, or something else? Yeah. If you had all your tiles in an actual pseudo-random 2D grid rather than a vector of positions, you wouldn't even need the quad tree. That's true. And I could do that. Right? Because then you can just say, if player position plus a bit, then there's a wall. It's like a 01-ish. You can ask for advice from the chef, of course. I don't think it's bad advice. I'm kind of hungry. Rumba. So. Probably should just do +0 here, just to have it line up better. It's the simplest algorithm possible. 5% of the time, we're gonna just slam a bunch of rooms around in a circle. That's it. Actually, honestly, you can be const as well. You can be a const IVEC2 reference. Why not? So, as we are stepping around, we're occasionally going to add a random room based on floor tile coordinates and the Rumba. That's it. What I would like to do is actually just spawn the player currently where the Rumba spawns. It'll make this a little easier. So we're going to grab this, and we're going to go to, is it spawns? Respawn system? And the player should have a respawn position, so that'll be in entity, character, respawn position. Oh, let's do this. Actually. Just for now. This means the player will always spawn on that first tile. Spawn? Spawn. It's the fundamentals of electronics use, including logical gates and stuff. It's good to know. But yeah, it is a lot of memorization, I suppose. This player did not spawn where I wanted them to. Unless that actually is correct, and it's just not spawning the floor properly. Solving circuits for different methods. It's good stuff to know, dude. Okay, no, it's... Look, we can see it occasionally carving out this slightly thicker room. You see this, like, 3x3? We're not jumping the Roomba along as it burrows out these rooms. We're just allowing it to. And we can have all sorts of different shapes and patterns. And that's kind of the idea. Honestly, I think the Roomba should probably be 2x2 and move 2 at a time. But that's another problem. Maybe mix up the IVEC2 tile position and the VEC2 pixel position. What? I guess I don't need the 16x16 thing. Yeah. Dude, bread baking must smell so nice. I'd be a good baker. Multiply by 16? I don't know. Because the Roomba spawns at some non-existent place in the world, right? Those divisions by 16 should be 32. Those divisions by 16? Oh, where the Roomba starts. Yeah, I mean, I was just experimenting. It doesn't even need to start there. It can just start at 0, 0 now. Now we know that we can go into the negative. I see no reason to not allow that. We were just doing it before to have it fit in with the screen, because we were still drawing it on the other level. No reason to not just let it spawn in the middle, I think. Wait, you're an IVEC. You can just be 0 and 0. There you go. My stream's like an AMA type dealio. I mean, it's a conversation type dealio. You can talk to me if you like. Oh, well, I mean, I guess this was the first Roomba. I guess it went like this. Spawned a room. Came back around here. Alright. Quickly, I'm just going to go to the spawn bullet and get rid of the cull zone thing. Add cull zone. Honestly, let's just cut this out for now. Merrily. Oh, I guess the cull zone should actually be some real size, otherwise a bullet's going to shoot forever. Or we should give it a lifetime. Like, I think probably pretty much everything should have a lifetime, so it isn't just going on forever. I don't know, Snowfee. Is that the alcohol talking, or is that a genuine question? Oh, I need to actually do the disabling that I mentioned I was going to do. There we go. So you should just be able to shoot and stuff now. It's not getting deleted off screen. It does mean very slowly we're generating some kind of memory leak, because I think these bullets are never getting deleted, but that's a problem for another day. Probably the alcohol be like the first question funny. I'll be honest, it's a weird thing to ask a man on the other side of a monitor. Oh yeah, look. Oh, it's lagging the fuck out. I've had spawned too many objects. Or they've gone into infinity. I don't know how temporary I want that to be. Okay. Can I actually change the start direction? Direction 1 to up, down, left, right. Direction equals up. How was I doing a random direction before? Oh, I wasn't really. Well, I don't know. Maybe down's not actually moving down. Maybe down's moving up. Well, it doesn't matter. This is it with a guaranteed chance to move up, right, or left, by the way. It's kind of nice. Okay. It's about midnight, so I think I'll put a halt there for now. Next time, let's look into some basic... Let's write this as a comment. Next time, to do. Write some basic collision generator. Is this your personal project? Yeah, it is. I don't get to do that much C++ at work, so it's fun to keep up my skills with it. But also, I don't get to write algorithms. I don't get to play around with graphics or sound or games. I work a normal programming job, so there's a lot of tests. And a lot of writing one very small bit of code and then writing an immense amount of supporting code to make sure it works as it should with tests. It's very funny. But yeah, it's nice to have fun sometimes and just write a level generator that you can shoot little bullets and it causes a memory leak. You know? And I think this looks kind of cool. So yeah, next time we'll look into that. We'll look into trying to make the algorithm a little bit neater. Obviously, these are very big chunky blocks right now. It might be nicer if we reduce the tile size back to 16. We make the Roomba move a little bit more. We make the Roomba move multiple tiles at once. We give bullets a lifetime so they don't cause a memory loop. Check different types of structures. Currently we're just burrowing out this little room, but we could also generate All sorts of shapes. Maybe we could even draw a shape and then read that in as coordinates. You know, there's all sorts we could do. Obviously, we're doing this when we're burrowing a little room. We're just doing like a little something like this. Clearly, the Roomba's gone like this. Oh, I just saw a seam. Why is that? It was only for a second. I feel like I just saw a bunch of vertical lines. Maybe not. Will this run on Linux? I hope so. But yeah, it does run on Linux. Yeah, I've developed this program on both Mac OS, Linux, and Windows. On a Steam Deck for Linux. So it's OpenGL. I mean, it should. Yeah, cool stuff. Maybe even look into some basic twin-stick shooter controls. I don't know if I'll be doing arrow keys or mouse. Oh, here we go, look. This shouldn't be happening. Donut, explain yourself. It doesn't seem to be based on where the Windows screen is. I'm guessing that these are just stuck at some wrong float coordinate. Is this 1 pixel? Why is it doing this? I guess it's clearly drawing the background behind, because you can see a little grey here. Dark grey and then light grey. So I think it is drawing this behind. But these objects, I think when they're multiplying by 32, I think they need to be floored, maybe? They're just off by a tiny bit. Okay. We'll look into that as well. I'll mention that in here somewhere. Position. Yeah. To do. Sometimes a seam appears. Do we need to floor or round something? Question mark. Alright, well anyway, yeah. I'm gonna head off. Probably floating point rounding error might be fixable by using integer coordinates and translating them manually instead of using the world camera. I think it is a floating point rounding error, I agree. Use integer coordinates, that's kind of what we've got here. I can make an iVec2 position, and I could do this. Hang on. Tile in floor coordinates is an iVec2 already. Something like that. Translating them manually instead of using the world camera. Instead of using the world camera. Well, whatever. I wonder if this broke anything, by the way, changing it to integer from float. It shouldn't. Oh, I'm gonna head off. I need to go to bed. I've got work tomorrow. It's kind of hard to repeat that bug. I'm just gonna keep moving like a little bit at a time. That might not make it a problem in practice. I mean, I haven't seen it again, but I don't know how I'd really test for it other than just to move a little bit by little bit. Well, whatever. Yeah. Gonna head off. Good night. See you guys tomorrow. Have a nice evening. Just rounding the camera position is enough. I'll mention that in a note. Consider rounding the camera position. Oh, this. Okay, we'll look at this next time. I gotta go. We can't keep adding tasks. By round offset, do you mean in game or in Systems Manager or whatever? Update camera 2D. All right, we can shove this in. Where is it? I think it's actually called Update World 2D. No, not what? Whatever. What do you think of round versus floor? You don't think this could cause issues? It does look like it's vibrating a little bit. Go to bed. I am going to go to bed. Donut keeps coming up with work. It looks to me like it's vibrating a bit when I have this. I just need to double check that that's actually what that is before I go. Hang on. Just one more second, chat. Just one more second. Yeah, that weird vibration is gone, I think. I can't tell. I'm going to try floor as well. Yeah, rounding would do that. Because it's only the floor that's being rounded. Yeah, floor doesn't work either. It makes it look like it's wobbly. That might even be picking up on camera. Alright, look. We'll look at this next time. Stop. Stop. I had to make food or something. I'm gonna head off for now. I stream pretty much every day, Alphonse. But yeah, sometimes I take the day off. Yeah, as Snowfy said, I have a Discord. This. And I have Twitter and Steam and everything. I'll announce if I'm streaming or if I'm taking the day off, so just keep an eye out. Already joined it. Hell yeah. Alright. Good night. That's true, Donut. We'll rick about this next time, okay? Okay. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.